Now, somebody asked me, why do I choose this mid-fi blah blah table thing over there? It's actually really simple. This is the better table for many reasons. Now, you got to understand where this comes from. This here, this Marantz logo, now I see here, I don't know if it's mirrored or not in the video. This Marantz logo here, don't let that fool you. It's not a Marantz. It's a CAC table. CAC was a Japanese Tokyo-based company that made for a lot of brands turntables. It was an OEM supplier. So this is not an in-house Marantz-made table. Now, that does not make it per se a better table. But hear me out. Sanyo, Hitachi, certain Sonys, certain Yamahas, Mitsubishi, Fisher, Scott. This list is almost endless of the amount of tables that they provided in the early 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. Even certain pioneers, a couple of pioneers are out there that are CAC. These tables were very solid, and I'm going to show you a couple of features that are quite interesting about this table and why this table is still a really good table to score. So I'm going to the front camera, better resolution, less of my ugly mop, and let's get into it. Very simple speed control, 45, 33, very simple. Cool thing about this was when you would hit the 45 with a 33, it physically would move the belt up or down on the pulley. So this is a belt-driven turntable, which is for many a plus, as you can tell here. That is a completely belt-driven table. It has a brand new belt on it. As you can see, real wood base here. This is a pretty solid aluminum platter. You can see the belt around the platter. It's completely belt-driven. It's a big plus, right? Then we go to, of course, the tone arm, which is a S arm, and interchangeable head shells. This is such a big plus for any table. Won't find it on that project of mine, but big plus for this table. Also has a reject. It has an auto return, which is a big plus too. This table is extremely solid. Also from a point of view how this thing is built, right? This has some girth to her. The motor in this thing is about a fistful versus that small little motor that you see there on the project. This thing is just better built in so many senses, in so many ways, you wouldn't even believe it if I showed it to you. Now, here we have dampers underneath it. There are stock dampers that go all the way to this sub-chassis as well. And they actually made sure that this was decoupled as much as it could. This table will only skip a beat if you would start drumming on the floor here, and it might skip a beat. But very easy to set up. Here you have the tracking weight as well. It's a very simple system. It engages and it goes back. Very simple. It's a super simple system. And it shuts itself off. You have an up and down cue. Now this is the 6100. This is a pretty step-in model CAC table that you see, or Marantz table. This is the original head shell for it. And I put an aftermarket head shell on there. This is for me the biggest advantage. So you get a belt-driven table that is basically a half automatic, performs admirably. This table has zero issues playing. The only issue that you find with this table when you buy it, when it returns and it makes a loud plop, that means you gotta replace the capacitor. Capacitor is literally $1. Solder it in, done deal, and you have actually a brand new table. It's a super simple table to work on as well. Yeah, it might not appeal to some people. And I think the misunderstanding here is, oh, it's a Marantz, so it's from the Marantz era where Marantz was kind of yada, yada, yada. It's not a Marantz table. Look at it as a Japanese Tokyo-made table by a huge conglomerate that has been doing this since the 60s. And with success. Has done tons of tables for a variety of brands. And no, this wasn't meant to be high-end. It wasn't meant to be a reference table. It wasn't meant to be flashy or just, oh, super pretty. This was a table where you throw on a record and very simply press play and go for it. That's what that thing was meant to do, right? Now, come back on my little red over here. I love the look of this table. I actually am very disappointed with it because of that motor. Sorry, motor. No, motor. It's kind of hard when you do that. Motor. That motor is junk. It's a cheap piece of junk. I'm sorry. I know that some of you guys reacted to my project post. I've even had a message from certain people like, you don't know what you're talking about. I've pulled this thing apart. I've pulled this thing apart, guys. This motor, pull it apart, and I will dare you to pull apart and tell me which motor is better. That is a 120-volt motor with its own suspension. That is literally a block of iron that's this big, as big as your fist. This thing has never given me an issue. On the other hand, is a piece of plastic that crackles in your hand, and it's literally this small internally. If you put the motor out with the housing, it's about yay big, and it's a 12-volt motor. Now, I'm not going to say that you need more. I'm not going to say that. That's nonsense too. There's no isolation there. There's nothing proper about this thing. It really isn't. I'm sorry. Now, and as much as I like to look at this table, and I do, why wouldn't you look at this thing? Pretty, right? Pretty doesn't cut it for me. That needs to play correctly without going, unacceptable. So, this fucker is going to be out of the door, and I'm going to prop something like that, or something I have in my living room, like a full outer quartz lock, something from the old days. That is a turntable. That is a workhorse. That thing has proven itself. That thing is triple the age of that thing. Fuck you. Anyway, there we go. Sorry, fans. And if you really are interested in this table, and you're a subscriber, and I have the original box, I will give you a good deal on this thing. I will send it to you, and you can have it. It runs. We re-grease the motor and everything. It runs. It's smooth again. It's beautiful again. According to some, I don't have the equipment to really evaluate this table. Sure, I believe it all. But if you're interested, please shoot me a message. Shoot me something in the comment section. I will give you a great deal, especially if you're one of my guys that hangs out here. And I know I'm not trying to offend nobody here, but that's just how I feel. The proof is in the pudding. I've got 4 tables. This is by far my least favorite. So I'll pack it in the original box. You do not get the preamp, of course, but yeah, let me know if you want it. Little Red can go somewhere else. I'm going to look for something like that all day long. See you in the next video.